welcome to Conditioned by Kia. So today is day 10 of 10, the final day of the 10-day Daniel fast that I am testing out to see if I can become spiritually and physically stronger with eating nothing but fruits, vegetables, and drinking water. So in just a moment here, I am going to be comparing my strength test that I took a video footage of on the first day. I'm comparing push-ups, shoulder press, and squats. So I'm going to be doing kind of like a side-by-side viewing to see comparing form and strength and weights and all that. Alright, so by looking at this chart, you can see that the body fat that I started with, which was 29%, was 129 pounds of lean weight with 50 pounds of fat weight. Comparing that to my last day of day 10, I was down to 170 pounds with 26% body fat, which is 126 pounds of lean weight and 44 pounds of fat weight. Ultimately, that is 6 pounds of fat weight that I lost and 2 pounds of muscle weight that I actually gained. And as you can see from the other numbers there, my shoulders did get a little bit bigger, and everything else you can see kind of toning down, but also getting stronger because of the 2 pounds of lean weight added in. Alright, so this is going to be the comparison of my push-ups right here. So the first round that I did 10 days ago was 20 push-ups, and I noticed that my range of motion started to kind of give out around number 15. And then on the second side here, you can see that I did 26 push-ups, and I didn't actually start breaking form really or losing range of motion until I got into like 22, 23. I started losing a bit of range of motion, but then I still kept going. Only just down on number 27 is when my arms started to kind of give up on me there. And my next comparison is going to be the shoulder press. So on the left side, I have 15-pound dumbbells, and on the right side, I have my 20-pound dumbbells. Both of them are 10 reps. It's just the major difference was being able to have the confidence to push the 20-pound dumbbells with a bit more strength and without arching or anything like that. Now my next one was squats. This one was kind of important to me because on the one side they're both using 20-pound dumbbells, but on the left side I only do 10 reps and the right side is 20 reps. The big thing for me here was the arch in my lower back, doing the butt wink move that we like to call it. I started noticing that I was arching a little bit more towards the end because of the weights were on top. On the right side, I was able to hold in on my core a bit stronger, and I was able to avoid that arch in my lower back. So I was able to stay stronger with my squats with this one. Alright, so as you can see, that was actually pretty awesome. I was able to build more core strength. I was able to build more muscle, even though it was just vegetables, fruit, and drinking water. So I would definitely be able to build more muscle mass and more strength gains if I was eating more sources of protein like fish and meat and chicken and all that. But in terms of this 10-day fast, that is actually pretty awesome, and the fact that I was able to gain some strength even though I decreased the amount of protein that I typically eat on a daily basis. But when you think about it, in Daniel's time, they were not trying to become bodybuilders, or they were not trying to become super strong athletes, or even just building muscle mass. Their whole goal was just completely different. They just wanted to not eat what was on the king's table. They wanted to eat what was right in God's eyes. And the fact that they were able to become stronger and healthier is pretty awesome in itself. So to answer the ultimate question, can you get stronger with eating nothing but fruits, vegetables, and drinking water? The answer is definitely a yes. But you have to make sure that you are eating enough calories throughout the day. You cannot go off of 500 to 1,000 calories and expect to make any gains in your strength at all. You still have to be able to have an enough amount. So when I did eat these plates and dishes that I had placed in these previous 10 days, they were quite hefty plates. They were not tiny plates. They were pretty big because it was vegetables, and vegetables are very calorie dense. So my plates did not look like the 2 handfuls. They looked pretty large because I did get hungry. So I did have a decent amount of calories. I would say about 1,500 a day, just based on vegetables And when you add in stuff like the heavy starches like potatoes, and if you have avocado in there as well, that is going to put those calories up there. So definitely add sources like that if you are going to be doing that 10-day fast, and you will be able to make those strength gains. Just make sure you eat enough calories. Alright, so as for nutrition, instead of going over what I ate today, because it is going to be pretty similar to what I ate the last 9 days, because I meal prepped and I'm eating the same thing, I'm going to be going over some nutrition tips that are going to be actually helpful for the 10-day fast that you're doing. My tip number 1 is meal prep. That is very important when you're doing the 10-day fast, so that way you are ready and prepared, because when you do get hungry and you have to go and cook something, it's not going to be the most comfortable, and it's going to be easier to fall into that temptation of grabbing something quick and something easy and breaking the fast. But instead of doing that, it is so much better to have everything ready and prepped. So finding those meal preps ahead of time, like those dishes I have placed, or even if you do your own findings of like quinoa with vegetables or brown rice with vegetables, potatoes and vegetables, whatever your combination is, just make a bulk amount and separate it out into a few days. Now, as these are vegetables, I would say every 3 to 4 days, no more than that, because the vegetables are not going to taste the same and they go bad far quicker. My second tip is to make sure you do your research on vegetables that hold the most protein. Like edamame holds a lot of protein, black beans have protein, almonds have protein, there's quite a few in there, and I'm going to show a little mini list right here so you can see that these are the top vegetables that have the most protein in them. So if you want to make sure you're hitting those protein goals, you need to have those vegetables in your fast, so that way you can at least get close to that protein goal or exactly at it. My third tip is to make sure you add in some healthy fats in there, as you're not having any fish sources or any kind of protein from meats. You do need to have some kind of a healthy fat to help you feel full and feel good. Now this could be coconut, avocado, olives, things like that, and that is going to actually help you feel pretty full on the fat side. Tip number 4, add some starchy vegetables as well to help you feel full. So that is going to be definitely potatoes, brown rice, lentils, quinoa. Have those kind of ready and at hand. Pre-prep them, make sure you have a bit extra so you can just add a little bit to your vegetables every day. And tip number 5, stay hydrated. This is very important. As you are eating tons of vegetables and fruit, you need that water to help your body digest all those fibers so your gut can be happy about it. So definitely drink half your body weight in water, and that way your body can help you with your gut health, and you will just feel so much better. If you are not drinking enough water, it's not going to be easy on your stomach, and it's actually going to feel pretty terrible. But having enough water is the key to this one. So for today's Bible verse, it is going to be in the book of Matthew chapter 5 verse 6, and it says, "God blesses those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." A very simple one, but if you are hungry and thirsty, that means you have that drive, that determination to do what you really want to accomplish, whether that be spiritual, getting closer to God, reading the Bible, praying more, or it could be on the physical side as well, a combination of both. But whatever you do it with a drive and a determination, and that way you will be filled with peace, and you will be filled with that joy that you accomplished your task. Well, thank you so much for joining in. I hope that you found these 10 days somewhat insightful and helpful. And if you are doing the 10-day fast, hopefully these tips and tricks and all these workouts and nutrition that I've been adding are helpful for you. Feel free to leave in the comments below what your favorite meal plan would be for it, or what your favorite dish would be in there. But I hope you have an awesome and wonderfully blessed day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Feel free to hit that like, subscribe, all that fun stuff.